Shanya. Daughter and mother and daughter. Yeah. And I'm expecting my other daughter, Sashá, and my 2 grandchildren a little later on. Welcome to Roots. Yeah, we're going to be tracing our roots, as you can see. We'll be tracing our African roots tonight, and that's what the program will be all about. Roots. Hey, we see some people joining us already. Welcome, welcome. Who is that?
David Bradley.
Pardon me?
David Bradley.
David Brackett. Welcome. You're the first. Bradley. David Bradley. You're number 1. All around, right? Yes, welcome to our 3rd online show. And we're doing it from home, okay? Because it will soon be curfew time, so we need to be home. Right, but we're glad to have you as usual, right? And Tamira is on.
Mr. Errol.
And Mr. Errol Bean, is that the original Bean from Jamaica? One of our staunchest supporters, all the way from Jamaica. You know, that's my first home. All right? Okay, so we're gonna begin, and the first song I am dedicating to Mommy. I wonder if Mommy's on it. Is Mommy on it? We don't want to start without her. Maybe she's there, because sometimes Mommy says she doesn't want to be, or she doesn't want to be seen or heard. But she always supports us. And the first song that I'll be doing is Malaika. And I'll explain to you what Malaika means. Well, I should do it first. Malaika is in Swahili, actually, and it means my angel, I love you. And I'm dedicating this first song to my mother, Pearl Bradshaw Hales in Jamaica, and it means my angel, I love you. Swahili, Africa, the continent. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Ningekuwa maliwei, ningekuwa dada. Nashindwa na mali sina wei, ningekuwa malaika. Nashindwa na mali sina wei, ningekuwa malaika. Esa sasumo roho yangu. Esa sasumo roho yangu. Nami nifanyeje kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina wei, ningekuwa malaika. Nashindwa na mali sina wei, ningekuwa malaika. Malaika, my angel, I love you. Swahili, dedicating this one especially to my mom, all of African descent persons tonight with us, just the whole world. Sing it to somebody. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Nami nifanyeje kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina wei, ningekuwa malaika. Nashindwa na mali sina wei, ningekuwa malaika. Okay. Okay, that first one was to Mommy, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we're gonna move around. Remember, we have one technician, you know, and the technician has to sing. You remember I told you, right? The next song we're gonna do is Out of Africa, right? And this one is very special. It was written by my literary and musical collaborator in Jamaica, Mr. Errol Bean. And welcome, Sash. Yes, Mr. Errol Bean. And we collaborate a lot with music and literary works, and he's an excellent writer, and he is very familiar with the African roots. And the song we're gonna do is the same song that you heard. You got a little stint of it when we were advertising the show for the past month. And it's called Out of Africa. It was written by him, and Shans and I are gonna do it. You have your mic ready? Where's your mic? You have everything ready? Yeah, no. She's trying to instruct me. Imagine this is the one who I breastfed is trying to instruct me. That's how life is. For those who, Leon, welcome. Jolene can't get away from that song, right? So you ready for us to do this first one? Out of Africa. We're gonna begin with this one. Of course, you know the title of the program is Roots. Come now, let us reason together about the past, the present, and the future. Bring forward your strong reasons and let us talk about reparation, compensation. Come forward and talk. The fathers of Africa were captured and carried away. The fathers of Africa were captured and carried away. To the West Indies and Americas, they took them and sold them as slaves. In the West Indies and Americas, they lashed them and forced them to war. What shall you answer? Come now and answer. How can we ever forget our past? Give us your answer of reparation, for we shall never forget all the chains. The sons of Africa were captured and carried away. The daughters of Africa were captured and carried away. By enslavers, they were branded as cattle and things to be. Yes, them was slaughtered and divided. They labored in agony. What shall you answer? Come now and answer. we shall never forget our king. No, we shall never forget the underdevelopment of Africa, the exploitation of our little children, the elimination of our kings and queens and princes and princesses. Alright, that was Out of Africa. I told you we're going way back there, you know. Out of Africa by Errol Bean, the original Bean from Jamaica. And Errol is just a strong staunch supporter. He and his wife Nello is there. Thanks, Nello. I know Nello appreciates. And Lula, yeah, Lula. And I can tell you, if you're in the show now, you better stay, because there will be a show later on, and a song show later on. Maybe there will be an after show, eh? Yeah, but there will be a song, and it's called In Lula. So you want to stay tuned for that one later. So those of you just tuning in, the title of the show is Roots, and tonight we're tracing our roots back to Africa, and we're representing those in Belize who have roots in Africa, those in Jamaica who have roots in Africa, those in Cayman who have roots in Africa, those in Germany, listen, all over the world. And those of us who subscribe to and use the Word of God, the Bible, you read about Ethiopia, and the Muslims will tell you about the Ethiopian connection. A lot of people, historians, will tell you, hey, look there, look who is on. My grandchildren are supporting us. Isn't that sweet? And they are gonna sing, but before they sing, we have to talk with them. Hi, Sean. Hi, Shaylee. Say hi to everybody, my grandchildren. Yes, we're gonna see if we can hear them. Can we hear them yet? Hi. We're not hearing them yet. We're just seeing them. They're waving. Shaylee's all dressed up.
Can you hear?
Yes, and mommy is there. That's my daughter Sashá. And Sashá did a stint in Ghana, and so she. This dress? Yeah, it's from Ghana. Oh. That she bought. Sorry. This dress is what Sashá brought from Ghana for me.
Oh,
Isn't that beautiful? And so we're very grateful for anybody who to think it isn't funny, right? I think we're freezing up a bit. Hopefully we'll come back. Oh, let's pray that we get back. Freezing in the heat. I think they're still freezing though. What will they have to do to come back? Those are my grandchildren. They're going to be a part of the show. They're supposed to sing for us. So let's just hope that they'll come back. They're freezing in the heat. Yeah, Belize is kind of warm at this time, right? And they are going to do it again. It's in tree. Ah, you're back. You're back. Let's get this song going. Can we hear them though?
say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. Okay, so they're gonna sing for us now, Sean and Shaylee. But before they sing, let them sing first, then we talk with mommy, right? Good, they're throwing kisses. All right, you're gonna sing now, Sasha. Gonna let them sing?
Yes.
All right.
You ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Panosho.
Panosho. Udi bakwa beri meno panosho. Esitrewo
mo pa.
Udi bakwa beri meno
Panosho.
panosho.
Listen, you have to do it again because I think we couldn't see Sean. Sash, we couldn't see Sean. So you
couldn't see Sean.
No, we couldn't see Sean. Where is she? Yeah, put them close together. Right. We're not seeing Shaylee. All right. Come, stay right there. Stay right there. Yeah, let's hear you do that again. It's a song in Shri. Let's go again.
Tree.
Yeah. Shui. Let's go.
Ready? All right. Ready? Daddy will hold the camera now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Show, show, Udi backward, Betty Mendo.
Show. Esi tremor, esi tremor, esi tremor. A little bit louder.
Udi backward, Betty Mendo.
Yeah. All right. Then my grandchildren. And they were singing. You explain the language now?
I don't really know the language, but it's Shui. It's one of
Shui.
the languages in Ghana, right?
Right. Because
Tree.
there's my daughter, my other daughter, my second daughter, looking beautiful. Sorry, the first one.
I answered to Shanya, so I guess it's your game.
And you visited Ghana, right, Sash?
Yes, I was in Ghana through the study abroad program at my university in Missouri. I was at the University of Ghana in Legon, in Accra, which is the capital.
Okay. And what language were the children singing in a while ago?
Tree.
Tree. Oh.
I believe Tree it's the main language that is spoken across, but it's from the Akan people, the Akan tribe.
Okay, yes. And you happen to you were privileged, I should say, to be at the door of no return. You want to explain that?
Yes,
Mhm.
I got the opportunity to go to Cape Coast, and we visited the castle, and it was a very heart-wrenching, emotional time to be in there. We went to the castle, and it was so incredible to see the difference between where the slave masters lived upstairs, the space they had, and when you went down into the slave dungeons, it was less space than they had for just their people and their servants. I walked into the slave dungeons and I saw the etchings from where they had clawed with their shackles, and we got to go through the door of no return, which was the door that led to the boats when they were being taken off to be sold. And so when slavery was abolished, they labeled the outside of the door of return instead, and many people brought back the bones of their ancestors, and they walked through the door symbolically. So it was an emotional moment for me to go through the door and know that so many people could not come back, and I had that privilege.
Yes, good. So when you were there, what was it like? The culture there, in Ghana.
Ghana was an adventure. It was many times what people know or see about Africa is the poverty. They get glimpses into just that side of Africa. They don't get to see the parts that are thriving, the businesses, the music there is just vibrant, the dance. And there's just something special about being there. You are embraced, so you're welcome there. I can't explain it to you. I volunteered at a school there where it's a school that was made free for the kids who couldn't really afford, and they were always so welcoming. They would offer you the food even though they knew they were limited on it, and it was amazing. I actually tutored some of the kids, and we had a small dorm room which had just a regular, maybe a little bit smaller than a single bed, and some of them sat on my bed and they wanted a picture because they didn't have beds.
Yeah.
And so it was like, ooh, you can see that, yes, there are people who are poor, but you didn't get to see just the loving attitude. And what was really cool was how they preserved their culture. Yes, they were moving on with modern times. For example, one of their main music or their cultural music, like how we would have punta, would be high life. And they wanted to move on with the times. So when they mixed it with hip hop, it became hip life. And so even though they had the influences of the West, they still had their influence. They still stuck to who they were, and they didn't try to change it. I really appreciate it.
So it's just like any other country in one sense, with the poverty at one end and then those who the haves and the have-nots. What about the
Yes.
education, university, etc.?
The university were the teachers were well read. I did a psychology class there,
Mhm.
thoroughly enjoyed it. Did mostly classes in dance, which was interesting and fun. We got to learn different tribal dances,
Mm. The
and
next roots.
actually
Next
we
show.
even got to do them at my teacher's wedding. We got to impromptu
Wow.
just do the dances.
Would you do an impromptu one tonight?
Ha, no. I don't know how I'd hold the
And
phone and pull that off.
yeah, well, for the people who are coming on constantly, you are my daughter, one of my daughters. The first one, Sashá. This is my second daughter, Shanya. Now you might be wondering why one is at home and one isn't. Shanya still lives with me, unfortunately. No. Sashá is married, and interestingly, she's married to. You want to explain and how far you are from us, where you live?
I am in one of the northern corners of Belize in Orange Walk,
Mhm.
married to Stanley, and he comes from a Mennonite culture. So sometimes it feels like I'm in a different country because there's a different language, there's different way of doing things and speaking, and it's very different.
Right.
But it's nice.
Right. So your children are what? What do you call your children?
We call our children Creolite since they're Creole and Mennonite, and we love to introduce them to both parts of their culture.
Isn't that
In
wonderful?
fact, Sean loves to dance to if we are doing exercise, he likes to dance to African music actually. He
Yeah,
enjoys it.
yeah, right. So just like how I raised both of you to appreciate and accept people's culture, you are passing that on. You are passing on good moral values to them and fun ways. You're stimulating their brain. And your husband, I guess, is video doing the camera work right there, Stanley.
He likes to be behind the scenes.
Yeah, we thank Stanley. We love Stanley dearly. He's a good husband, a good dad, a good grandpa, no, a good son-in-law.
A good brother.
Yeah, yeah, he's wonderful. So I love you guys. Sash, Sean, Shaylee, Stanley, thanks for tuning in. You have any last part?
Here,
You have any parting words? Parting shots?
I
Word?
I would just encourage people to maybe just take the chance to explore other cultures, especially the ones that are from your background.
Right.
When I was in Ghana, a part of me changed and I enjoyed it and I came alive. And so I encourage everybody, if you get that opportunity to travel, take it.
Yes, yes. Did you tell them that you were proposed to there several times? You turned
Well,
down?
yeah. Um, I must say that Ghana is one of the more settled countries, I think, economically. And at the time I was there, it's been a long time since I was there.
Yeah,
And so, yeah,
yeah.
it's a good one to visit. Yeah.
Well, thanks for the sacrifice tonight. I know, by the way, they live like about 90 miles away from us. And the children, got ready for this. And so we are very grateful to you. We love you. God bless. Listen to the show and stay tuned. Thanks. Love you much.
Thank you.
All right, it's great. Okay, so we're gonna move on to which one we're gonna do now. Where let me just get my mic back here. You know how it is with us, and we continue out of Africa. Set this up so we don't have feedback. Anyway, this way. All right. Get the guitar. Then we have to make sure that it doesn't. All right, we're gonna turn this on. This one is on? Yeah. Oopsie. Oh, pirates, yes, they're robbers. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took flight from the bottomless pit, but my hand
By the hand of the Almighty, we forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy. But that them and stop the time. How long will they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song. And of course, we know that one is Bob Marley, right? And all of us remember how very passionate Bob Marley was from Jamaica, very passionate about the issues of coming to terms with our African ancestry, appreciating it, and not belittling it in any way, right? So we are extremely grateful to him. All right, we have to watch the songs here. Let me just put away this guitar. All right, I had to, oops, trying to get this back up. Had to turn it off, the feedback from the guitar, right? Yeah, and Chance is going to do one which I'm sure many of you are very familiar with, and she will tell you a little about it. It's called Strange Fruit. So I leave you in the company of Shans, right? Okay, so this song is called Strange Fruit, and if you all look around and see the global climate right now, with reaction to what's going on in America, with George Floyd, who was killed, I just want to dedicate this to everybody who was impacted by his tragic death, and to many others who have gone before him, who have been victims of racism, and I hope that you are blessed by it. It was actually written by a Jewish man, Abel, I can't remember his last name, but he saw a picture of someone being lynched and it changed him forever, and it was a poem and somebody later put music to it, so I hope you enjoy it. Southern trees bearing strange fruits, blood on the leaves, and blood at the roots. Black bodies swinging and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, clean and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to stop, for the sun to rise, for the leaves to drop. Here is strange and bitter, yes, of course, reminiscent of the lynching that took place. And we're going to take you now we're going to bring you back to Belize. There's a group of people here, because I know we have people watching from different corners of the world. And as you watch, you're getting to learn about the Belizean culture. I live in Belize. We live in Belize, Central America. We are also a part of the Caribbean. Belize is very uniquely positioned because we're part of the Caribbean. We're also part of that whole North American scene there too, the Americas, and very uniquely positioned, right? But I'm originally from Jamaica. I'm a Belizean. My children were born here. And so you will always get a mix here, a mixture of Belize and Jamaica, right? So we're gonna, at this time, look at a group, an ethnic group here, the Garifuna people who came all the way from Africa too, and they came through St. Vincent, and they ended up here in Belize. A lot of them are in the southern part of Belize. And there's a song that was written that I really love, Yalefu. And I think Adrian Doc Martinez wrote that, right? And so I'm gonna give you my little interpretation of Yalefu. Just give me a chance to get my guitar again. Right, turn this on. About there. Does it sound good there? All right, good. We have to set up specially for you guys. I'm a good Chile, nah, a good babo, yale po, barunan, namundane, yale po, barunan, namundane. I'm a good Chile, I'm a good boy. I'm a good Chile, Baba. I'm a good Chile, my bravo. Yalepo, Barunano, Ramagane. Yalepo, Barunano. Okay. And you remember I told you we were with the Garifuna. Let me just hold on just a minute. The ethnic group is one of our ethnic groups here. And we're going to do another one for you. This time, my daughter. You have your mic? That's yours. I'm using hers. Right? Tell them about it.
Alright, this one I'm going to do is called Ayuda. It was written by Paul Nabor, I think. And this was on Andy Palacios' award-winning Watina album. And the song is really about his sister passing away. And it's a mournful song. Ayuda really means goodbye, my dear. And so, I hope you enjoy. it down. Now, now, ooh, Ningilali bayu, nana guchuru, nana ganiya, nana churu. Ningilali bayu, nana guchuru, nana ganiya, nana churu.
Okay. So that one was, of course, a sad song. Part of life, joy, sadness. He lost his sister, and he was singing about it, right? So now we are going to give you a feel. Remember, I mentioned to you earlier on that we're tracing our African roots. Belizeans, yes, have roots in Africa. I was sharing with my history student a few weeks ago that they're in Gales Point. There's actually some Maroons had settled there. You know, the Maroons in Jamaica, you hear of Kojo, you hear of Nani. And man, did they give those colonial masters a warm time. You see, in Jamaica, you hear about Ilangoli. Lot of hills, and they knew how to maneuver in those caves and hills and get away, and they actually managed to get their treaty signed. Just amazing. As a matter of fact, one of the women and my student, who is a young lady, was actually very impressed to know that it was a woman who was at the forefront, Nani, who is actually one of our national heroes in Jamaica, right? And sometimes people tend to say that Belize didn't have slaves here and people weren't, well, you say enslaved, right? People weren't enslaved, of course. And then sometimes they say, oh, they were here, but they were quite docile. No, we had our own uprisings here too, right? And coming down after, you know, the abolition of slavery in 1804, the Emancipation Act, 1830 odd, after that, don't think that everything was just hunky-dory. They had to keep fighting. As a matter of fact, this week was really one of those very interesting weeks because Jamaica celebrated Labor Day. And those of you who are very versed in history know about the Moyne Commission and when the unions went out there to lay, look, man, this is not slavery anymore, but you're treating us the same way. So our forefathers were very assertive people who had to fight for their rights. Things never just dropped like manna from heaven for them, right, in a plate. And so Jamaica celebrated Labor Day this week. Belize also has a strong union, had a strong union presence way back. They had like Soberanis, right, and others who fought. We have our own women too, and we'll touch on some of them a little later, right? And as we come further down, when we were a little more on our own, Jamaica got independence in 1962, of course, before Belize. Belize got in 1981. But in between, of course, you know, the African heritage was passed down, and one of those offshoots is folk songs, right? Now, there are some that we fight between us. It's a good fight, though. We don't know if it's Belize or Jamaican. So you know what, tonight?
But the reason for that, though, is because Belize was governed by Jamaica, and some of the enslaved people were sent here from Jamaica. So.
Okay, right. So you will find some of the songs we're not so sure where they came from. You know, those days they didn't have copyright and all of those things. People just wrote their songs, right? And so what we're going to do tonight, because Jamaica and Belize has such a strong union since then. As a matter of fact, Jamaica played a key role in the Battle of St. George's Sea, that whole setup there, right? Those who came here. And so governors, policemen, and so on, right? And so we're gonna just combine the folk songs, right? And give you a little taste. Let me position this guitar, make sure this is on, and you will guide me through, right? Telling me which one comes first. So which one are we going to start with?
Freetown Girl.
All right. Freetown Girl? Yes. All right. For those musicians, it's in D. Freetown girl, no got no water, fi wash them skin, keep her clean. Freetown girl, no got no water, fi wash them skin, keep her clean. Why, 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 why? Policeman take them girl in charge, policeman take them girl in charge. Freetown girl, no got no water, fi wash them skin, keep her clean. Freetown girl no got no water, we wash them skin, keep her clean. Why, 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 why? Policeman take them girl in charge. Policeman take them girl in charge. That's enough. Teriyaki golden seed market, not a what you would sell. Teriyaki golden seed market, not a what you would sell. Oh, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. What a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Everybody come feel up, when they move on over it. Everybody come feel up, when them woman up bring. What a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. What a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Hear this now. You're going through the men, I don't need skin. You're going through the men, girl. You're going through the men, I don't need skin. You're going through the men, girl. Que maldad, que noche sin vender. Que maldad, que noche sin vender. Hey, Teriyaki golden seed market, not a what you would sell. Teriyaki golden seed market, not a what you would sell. What a night, what a Saturday night. What a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Hey, what a Saturday night. Hey, what a Saturday night. Me no drink coffee, tea, mango time. Here how nice it may be, mango time. I got the mango crop. When the fruit them are ripe and drop, wash your pot, turn them down, mango time. Turpentine, large and fine, mango time. Rocking mango, so sweet, mango time. Come by them and hear it fit, round them in the bank and in the bank. Mustard mango time. Mango drink coffee tea, mango time. Hear how nice it may be, mango time. I think I took the mango crop, when the fruit them are ripe and drop, wash your pot, turn them down, mango time. Walla walla walla, ding ding ding, walla walla, ding ding walla walla walla, ding 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 ding, walla walla.
Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 ding. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Why I go why ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Why mama why Castillo? Why mama why Castillo? Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla walla. Ding ding walla 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 ding 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 walla. You want to explain that to them? Yeah. I actually didn't know the meaning of that song. Like, all I knew was the chorus, ding ding walla walla. Apparently, ding ding was a person. And you know when Purpose say yo walla, for everybody who's not from the Caribbean or from Belize, walla kind of means to kind of wiggle and whine. And apparently, ding ding was getting a lashing. And so the verse was saying, why, like it's crying in pain. Mom, like his mom is beating him or her. And I just found that out. Yeah, we found that out. Thanks to Yvette. Yes, thanks to Yvette for that. Yeah, anytime we need anything about the Creole-related. Creole-related. Is that a word you just coined? She's creolated. She's creating, coining a new word. I don't know if it existed before, right? But thanks, Yvette and family, Leanne, all the way up there in Caillou. Yes, and we're gonna continue entertaining you, and we're doing some more acoustics. Apparently people love the acoustics, right? So we're coming down all the way from Africa. We went to Ethiopia. We traveled to Ghana. We did a little Swahili for you from South Africa too, right? And we're coming down. We did a little Garifuna stuff for you too. We're gonna go to North America, yeah, because they had their people who were enslaved there too, right? As a matter of fact, I think we're seeing some manifestations of that still, sadly, this week, right? And ironically, that this should take place at this time, you know, this week. This is like on the heels of us celebrating Africa Day. We did celebrate Africa Day this week. And there was one guy who I think everybody, when I was growing up, and his career spanned not only from before my time, a little before my time, he's a little older than us, and my children loved him too. You know, he was so talented. He was also of African American, his heritage, right? I'm talking about none other than Michael Jackson. And we know that he was an excellent dancer, singer. And so we're gonna do one that he did, which I think was a favorite of my age group, and even though too. Right. You wanna tell them what you're gonna do? I'm doing an acoustic version of Billie Jean.
All right, let me turn off this one so we don't have too much going on here, right? This is gonna require some little adjustments here, right? Okay, so tell me when you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
one who dance on the floor in a row. She told me her name was Billie Jean as she caused a scene. Then every head turned with eyes that dream of being the one who danced on the floor in a row. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girl's heart. And mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do, 'cause I heard what you do. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. For 40 days and for 40 nights, love was on her side. No wonder if he had schemes or plans, schemes and her plans. 'Cause we danced on the floor in a row. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Do think twice. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girl's heart. And mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. 'Cause I heard about the truth. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one. But the kid is not my son.
Alright. So that was Billie Jean, right? Okay, next. Which one? Oh, we're gonna do for them next. Who? Oh, yes. Who has a birthday?
So,
Alright, turn this one off.
so my best friend, Tamira, she's more like my sister. All my friends are my sisters. And her little sisters celebrated her 12th birthday this week. Karishma is like my little sister too, so we're gonna sing happy birthday for her. I know she's tuned in.
So she's there?
Yes.
Karishma, you sure?
Tamira was there.
Oh, okay, because we should have sung for her already.
Yeah.
Let me just get this song out. Hold on. Up, up a little. Alright, we're just getting our song together. Got it there? Nice. Alright. So she had a birthday this week?
Yes.
Alright. Let me just make sure. How is it going sound wise? We're getting a little feedback. Let's give her a... Is that cool now? Let's give us a moment to get our sound together. All right. I think we got it now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Karishma. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. Happy birthday. continue to richly bless you, right, Karishma? We're going to switch again. We're going to move from acoustic, right? And give the technician a little time to jump over the other section. Stay with us here. Now, remember I said we're doing it's kind of mixed. We're tracing our African heritage, both for Belize and Jamaica. And I remember in Jamaica, when I was growing up, there was this gentleman. He had to have been born about 1920s, so 30s. And I was a little girl about 13, 14, 15, a few years ago, right? And I remember him passing the gate. We lived in Clarendon, southern part of Jamaica, Halsall area, Upper Halsall, I think we call it. And I remember this old man sometimes passing our gate in the evening, and it was just so funny. And when he was about to reach where I was, a little girl just standing at the gate, I remember he would take off his hat and he would bow and he would say, "Greetings to you, my lady." And as a little girl, I was just fascinated. Here's this gentleman from African descent and being so mannerly to a little girl, that stood out in my mind. And to this day, manners very important and respect to me. So it inspired me, along with another gentleman here who I watched opening the door for his director in a vehicle. It was Mr. Gentle is his name, right? Well, his director is Joan Burke-Skeen, and I watched him from where I live, just opening the door and closing it and just being a gentleman. And so that's how that song came about. So it has a little Johnny Wait chance, go turn that thing on, let me move this thing. We need a little space here for this one, right? So this one is a little reggae original. It's called Mr. Motive. So we're gonna give this one here. Bet you didn't know that I was watching you. You opened the door for each lady that passed your way. I thought to myself, he must be putting on a fine show. Or maybe there's just some motive on his mind. Mr. Motive, I'd love to read your mind. Is there a reason why you're so gentle and so kind? Mr. Motive, keep calling but I can't get through. Is there a way that I can get close to you? Listen to this now. If I were the leading lady in your life, would you still open doors and help to shield me from the start? Would you take off your hat and nod when I walk through the door? Could we walk hand in hand as equals with dignity? Mr. Mountie, I'd like to read your mind. Is there a reason why you're so gentle and so kind? Why, Mr. Mountie, keep calling but I can't get through. Is there a way that I can get close to you? Is there a way that I can get you close to you? motive there, right? And you know, hey, we're not ready for that one yet, are we? No, that's our signature tune coming up, right? This time now we're gonna do in which one? In. Okay. Now this one we have to. You gonna tell them about it? This one, right? You gonna tell them about it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me set this. Where you want to put this one? Right. Because I won't need this. Setting up this again.
Okay, so this song was written for someone who I consider my aunt, Aunt Lula Bennett. And she has been my hairstylist from before I was taller than mommy.
You're taller than me, no?
No, I'm not. And she's near and dear to us, and she's been a really good example of how to carry yourself. And she's a real black beauty. So we want to salute her and her strength. And yeah.
So it's who?
Lula.
Lula who? Some people don't know who this
This
is.
is Lula Bennett.
Oh, Lula Ben.
That beauty, she keeps stepping out. It doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is black skin, white skin, yellow skin, brown skin, 50 shades of red. Doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is ooh la la, ooh la la. Doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is ooh la la, ooh la la. Doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is black beauty. She keeps stepping out. She don't care what kind of hair she is. Kinky, curly, curly, straight and wavy, or if you have no hair, it doesn't matter the color of the skin, she is it. Style and fashion is her thing. She took it out, she gets to her own sing along. There's a time and place for worship. She's connected to the source of life. No matter the color of her skin, she is. Ooh la la, ooh la la. Doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. Matters the color of her skin, she is. Ooh la la, ooh la la. Doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. Ooh la la, ooh la la. Doesn't matter the color of her skin, she is. Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you using? I will use this one. Okay, so that one on. Turn this on. Okay. Now, remember we're looking at the African origin, right? And of course, this week, you want to talk to this week? What happened this week?
Well, as I mentioned before, when I did Strange Fruit, we know in America there was the killing of George Floyd, and so Mommy was inspired to write a song. But it's not a grim song, it's one of hope, and with hope that we will rise up above this and that we will be strong together and that we will continue to band together as descendants of Africans, and that we would call on the strength that we had to inspire us to get change for injustice against our people and everybody for that matter.
Okay, working against this sound here. Just let the technician do a little work here, right? Right, just set up the guitar where it's supposed to be. That's fine. Okay, so this one is called Resurrection Call. We're still having some feedback here. Just let us deal with this. Yeah, we're getting a terrible feedback here. Just give us, we just want to tell you how much we love you, how we're very grateful that you're with us. We look forward to being with you once a month, where we can celebrate something, talk about problems that we're surmounting, like this technical one here tonight. Okay, I think we got it now. Yeah, we got it. All right. Black brother, be a beacon in the fight. Don't let them out your life. Soul sister, the struggle is not new to you. We've come a long way from slavery to now, and we're not going to bow. No, 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 we will not bow. No, no, no. Rise up, African son of the morning, rise up. 'Cause a new day is dawning, rise up. Resurrection call, rise up. Rise up, resurrection call. Black brother, though they stomp you to the ground, like tiger in the shot, you're going to stick around. From the heart of Africa to the door of no return, our passion for the right to live will burn, 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 and we're not going to bow. No, 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 we will not bow. No, 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 no. Rise up, African son of the morning, rise up. 'Cause a new day is dawning, rise up. Resurrection call, rise up. Rise up, resurrection call. They stole our land, we're still fighting hard to get it. They burned our stock market and made black men their target. They want to shackle our minds and make us forget it. But Mr. Jim Crow, we want you to know we're not going to bow. No, 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 we will not bow. No, 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 we're to rise up, African son of the morning, rise up. 'Cause a new day is dawning, rise up. Resurrection come, rise up, resurrection come. We're going to rise up, African son of the morning, rise up. 'Cause a new day is dawning, rise up. Resurrection come, rise up, resurrection come. Okay, and here we are. Out of Africa, we came all the way from our Africa. We remember we went to Ghana. You heard a little Swahili from South Africa. You heard some Garifuna, right? You heard a little Spanish thrown in there. That's how it is with us people. Although we might be from African descent, a lot of us are mixed, and that is why it's so difficult when we have this kind of friction against and among the races. And we're praying especially for the situation in North America, because of course we have people there too, all of us. You know, we're hoping that we can come to some to sort it out, solve this problem, deal with this issue. But for those of us who have avid readers and we study history and so on, we have seen kingdoms rise, kingdoms fall. We have seen the great kingdoms of Africa, Mali, Songhai, Ghana, Babylon, Greece, Medo Persia, Rome. We have seen them all over the place come and they rise and they fall, right? But for those of us who have some kind of faith in God, we believe that it's His kingdom that will really last and stand the test of time. And that's the hope that we have, right? Amidst all of this heartache and whatever. So this one is called Forevermore. It's the nature of the beast called politics. And it don't matter who they're throwing at the bits. If we're gonna survive, we're gonna take some licks. And the perks of this life are just a temporary fix. Render to Caesar whatever belongs to him. For the kingdoms of this world will fall, bringing it back then. Hallelujah to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. His kingdom will reign forevermore. Of that we are sure. Here we go. Hallelujah, hallelujah, reign forevermore. 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 Forevermore, forevermore, forevermore. one from the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. That's the kingdom that will stand the test of time. Okay, and we want to say how very much we enjoyed being in your company. We want to thank those who joined us in Blue Creek. We want to thank those who joined us in, let's see, some of the, Belize City is always here with us. Cayo, some all the way from USA, always joining us. You can give me some of the names, Sash, if you can see them, right? So I can. Elizabeth Castillo. Erlet Young.
Mona Brown.
Can't hear you. Yes?
Mona Brown.
Ivona Brown. Mona.
Yeah. Brenda Ramirez.
Yeah, Brenda Ramirez.
Miss Michelle.
Michelle who?
Clark Atwater.
Atwater, that's USA too.
Miss Hazel.
Hazel from Belmont,
Yeah.
right?
Andrea Reno.
Andrea Reno.
Clive Jenkins.
Clive Jenkins.
Alba Simpson.
Alba Simpson.
Miss Pat.
Miss Pat who?
Patricia Bennett.
Oh, Patricia Bennett, that's around the corner.
Art guy.
From us. We want to say how much we enjoyed all of you. I don't know if we can call all the names. It's so many of you. Mommy, if you're watching, I know you are in Jamaica watching. Mommy's always supporting us. Marcia, my darling sister. Teddy, I know is watching from Jamaica. And many others. We want to thank Sashá, Stanley, Sashá Shanya. Nicole Satari is trying to get a shout out. So we have to give Nicole your man.
Alea, hi.
Alea, we want to thank you. Thank you all. We want to thank you so much for joining us. Huh? Gio Palmer, that's Jamaica again. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very, very much. Right? And so the last song we're going to do for you is that, look, we're hoping and praying as we reflected on our African heritage tonight, that this will draw us closer together as a people to work for and with each other. Your sorrow is my sorrow is your sorrow. Your joy is my joy, etc., etc. Right? But, and we hope that we will see a better working together, right, of our people, right? Welcome to this DJ. She got in between my talking to my peeps. We love you. God bless you. And as we say in Jamaica, walk good. Love sign for all of us. Right? It's our signature tune, and this is how you do love sign. Pick up your love sign. If you don't speak to me, baby, I can't read your mind. While you're hurting on the inside, I'm waiting on the outside, longing to hold you tight. I just want you to know, if we can talk about it right now, give me a love sign. 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 Yeah, if we stick together, we make it through stormy weather. If we can't talk about it right now, give me a love sign. Hear me now. Don't waste our precious time. Worried about the haters out there. They've got their agenda. Leave that alone. Baby, please open the door. Let me inside your world. If we can't talk about it right now, give me a love sign. 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 Yeah, if we stick together, we make it through stormy weather. If we can't talk about it right now, give me a love sign. Give me a love sign. Give me a love sign. about it right now. Give me a love sign. Alright, love sign. Who that? Ariel says hi. Ariel. Okay, and that's adios. Or ayo, is that it? Ayo. Ayo. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna end with our signature tune, just to take note, right? Just a little. Let's say bye to them. Bye. The names, and you, Brenda Armstrong.
Brenda Armstrong, Brenda Hall, on the bed, hi. Scroll it up. Chanel, Kelvin, Chelsea, Angelique, Anna Romero, Akisha, hi. Lennox, hi. Elena Frampton, Wendy Williams, Miss Roberta, Magnus Usher, hi. Chantel, hi. Tricia Young, Kevin G. Tucker, Mr. Jason Guerrero, hi. Stephen Lee, Kate, Marleva, Melissa Gallego, Isaac Pierce, Pastor Orville Williams, Maria, Matilda Quinto, Charlene Young, yeah, Claudia Pagoda, Miss Anna Dyck, hi Aunt Anna, Renee November the 3rd, Miss Sophie, hey, Aline, hi, cheers, OJ Overton, hey, Rundine, hi, Rundine, Abe Thompson, Delown Morris, Camille Ellis, Mama Carla, Miss Joanna Richards, Uncle Roy, Miss Estelle, hi Miss Estelle, Nancy the Paz, Kelsey, hey, Latoya Steen, LaShawn, of course Leon, Cindy, and Aria. Ooh, my hands hurt. Grandma, hi Grandma. Pearl, Bradshaw Hill, Stephen Sparrow, Christine, Concert, hey.